Okay, this is a quick video to show you how to put some kind of deck out here. And if you think about it, it's just really an extension of the floor plan. So we would need to go to the first floor plan and then decide on what your deck floor is going to look like. And so once you design it, you can go to floor in the architecture tab and pick on floor architectural. And now you're sketching what the floor of the deck will look like. And so I had this, uh, if you're using my model, I've used a 4-inch floor for the basement, but we don't really need that. So maybe we should go back to the generic 12-inch. It would be a little smaller than that, but because we're in the design stage and it might look better with a 12-inch, let's go ahead and use that. We can always change it later. And now, if you already know you're going to have kind of a full deck here, we can use the rectangle under draw, or we can use the line. You're pretty much sketching whatever deck design you'd like. So I'll use a rectangle to keep it simple. I'll start from here and I'll come across, and this is where you can decide, how far out do you want to take it. I mean, do you want an 8-foot deck or something else? And once you click, from before, you can go ahead and click right on the box where the text is, so that I could, type in 8 and enter, and it'll adjust to that size. And that's it as far as the floor itself. Now, if you wanted to get into the material of that, you really could come over here and change the material within the floor itself. And when we start to change the material, we want to consider then changing the name of it here to something else if you want to keep it that way. It'll be fine either way. We probably should change it just to make sure that if there are any other floors in this house, they won't all change to wood. Wood deck, if that's the type of deck that you want to build. So I'll go ahead and pick edit type, and then I'll pick duplicate. When you duplicate one of these, you can call it whatever you want. Maybe we'll call it floor deck, and then you could even call it wood. And because it's probably going to be a little bit smaller than the 2x10 and the 1 foot thick, we could change the um, thickness of it, but we'll leave it at 12 inches. Why not? Let's go ahead and pick OK. And then under structure, we're going to click on edit. You see the thickness is 1 foot. If we ever felt like we wanted to make that different, we could. But let's go under material. Under material, I'm going to click on this little dot, 3 little dot icon with the 3 little dots. And then this is where you can take a look, see if that kind of wood floor might be in the file already. And if you don't see it, we could use this. Why not? Let's do it. Instead of creating your own material, because most of you are fairly new at using Revit, we can just use this wood stain and see what it looks like. We'll go ahead and yeah, there's the wood. It's right there. Let's go ahead and pick OK. And OK. And continue here, and then go ahead and pick the green check mark. Would we like the walls to go up to that floor? It's actually outside, so it doesn't really matter. Let's pick don't attach because it's kind of on its own. And now you have the floor. You can go over to the 3D view and see there's my floor. Now, I didn't bring it all the way out. Let me go back to the first floor and see what's going on. Oh, okay. So I need to come out a little more. Hey, to edit it, you just double click. Double click on it. It'll bring you right out to the edit. You could even select it though and pick this icon that was right here. If I select it and pick edit boundary, that's another way of getting to it. I'm going to select this line, hold my left mouse button down and drag it out here so that the deck is at the end. I missed that part. Let's go ahead and pick the green check mark. We don't need to attach the walls. We'll go back to the 3D view, and there's the deck. Now, in order to get the stairs to go up to it, we really should go over to one of these views and check it out. So that's not the view. I want to get like a side view. There it is. Probably go to the south side since that's the one that we've been drawing on. There's the deck right there, and we have a first floor. The best way to place stairs is to have another level here that you can go down to. So I made the ground there 2 feet, I think, down. So we can go over to level in the architecture tab. It's up at the top there. And then come down like 2 feet, and it doesn't matter where it's at. You can click, pull your mouse over. In fact, this one's probably not even going to show, so I'm going to pull my mouse all the way over and click. And then just for our own reference, I'm going to click in here and rename level 7 grade, which grade means ground, or to make it even clearer, you could say bottom of deck stairs. Something for yourself, because this is not going to show up in the drawing because they don't need to actually know where that is. So I'm going to go ahead and click in space. And yes, we might as well create one over here that we can use. And there it is. Now it's in the way. Totally up to you. You can click on it again and drag it over by holding your left mouse button down on that little ball, that little circle that's just at the left side of this elevation marker. Drag your mouse over and it just kind of gets it out of the way. There it is. Okay, now that we have it, we can go back to and look at that that level. So bottom of deck stairs, there it is. We have the deck. We're on that level though, that's 2 feet below. That's bottom of it, and we're ready to put our stairs. We can, there are a lot of different ways of placing stairs, and I think that this is going to help. In fact, I think I'll add the part so that you know how to put the stairs in other projects, because some of you are doing the MacRay project, and you just have to make sure that you have the different levels created. So you have like the first floor, second floor. Then when you go ahead and click stair right there, you check over in properties and see what the base level is. The base level for this one, and I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger so you can see it, is the bottom of the deck stairs, which is what we want. And the top level is the first floor. So now it's automatically telling me that I need so many risers, and here's your height, and here's the depth and the you know, of the riser, the height of the riser, based on the codes that are placed. So if we just want over here up under components, up in the ribbon, a straight stair, because you see that here, this is where your circular stairs and everything else are. You can just click a point, and as you pull your mouse in whatever direction you want to go in, you can see that you go so far and the stair is already made. So if you want a straight shot and you want to go as many stairs as you can, you go all the way until you can't see it anymore and then click. There's my stair. Now, in order for me to move it over, I'm just going to go ahead and pick it up and drag it over to wherever I want it. I can even use the arrow keys. See how the arrow keys will let me move it here and there. And I'll come back to this so that I can show you a couple more things about stairs in case you want to get a little bit more creative. I'm going to go ahead and click the green check mark. And because we're like in the ground, and it might even be part of and covered by the ground, we may have to change that. I'm going to see over here that I put it up against the house itself instead of the deck. So I want to go back to the first floor, and oh, okay. There it is. It's over there by the first floor. So when I click on it and use my arrow keys to push it out so that it's actually in line with the deck itself and not on the deck. There it is, right there. All right, but if I go to the bottom of the deck, yeah, why did I have that go all the way down there? I don't know. There it is. So let's go back over to the 3D view and there's my deck, my stairs. That is the default stair that you can create. Now let's go back over to bottom of the deck stairs. What if we wanted to create something a little more unique? I can go to stair, but this time underneath components right there, instead of using straight, I'm going to click on create sketch. And if you just rest your pointer and look at this drawing right here, we have three different components of the sketch. We have the green lines that represent the boundary, right? And we have the black lines that represent the actual stairs, and then the blue line is representing the direction that it's going in, or the way that you walk up the stairs. So when I click on here, create sketch, I have these three things: the boundary, the riser, and the stair path. So what if the boundary, maybe I want this to be a little bit wider. I'm only randomly sketching now, so you can decide on whatever your design is. You can keep it simple if you'd like. I'm just going to go ahead and click here and here for one side of my boundary, and then maybe I'll create an arc for the other side. And you can tell that I'm just kind of randomly sketching, right? So I'll click on this arc and click here, and maybe the end of the arc is going to be in line with this one. So right here, and then I'm going to pull this in and there and click. So I clicked on 3 points. I'm using my escape key, or I'm clicking the modify button right here at the top left to get out of that. So what did I do? I just clicked on here boundary, and I drew 2 lines to represent my boundary. It could be just regular single lines too. Okay, and then my risers. So now I'm actually physically drawing in the treads, and you're going to get an error if you draw too many treads. So let's see, 1, 2, 3 treads. You know, we're creating our own type of stair here. If I put another tread in there, it would just say that I was not in line with the codes, which is important, I guess. And now the stair path right there. I'm going to click here and pull my mouse up and click here someplace to say, hey, I'm going up like that. It should be a different color, but it's not. So let me see what's going on here. Stair path. It should be blue. Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, it is, but it's kind of like a different blue. Now I should be okay. I should be able to pick the green check mark. You might get some errors. Let's see. Invalid, should be connected. Okay, so that means that I need one more riser right here at the end to kind of like close it off. And now let's see, green check mark. There it is. So I needed to close it right there. And now if I pick the green check mark again, because I needed to pick the green check mark once to get out of the sketch, and then again to be done with the stairs. Now go over to my 3D stair. There it is. Now let's see. It didn't go up. Oh, it went the other way. So I need to change the path of it. And that's very simple to do. So I'll go over to the plan here. Oh, because this is down. So when you click on stairs, you look for these little arrows, and if you flip the stair direction right there, now it's going up and it's going down from there. So any one of these stairs, if you click on them, you should be able to get that little arrow. There's the arrow for this one if I wanted to flip it. And now if I go to the 3D view, I've got my new, design stair that goes up to the deck. I'm going to come over here and create a stair that goes from the first floor to the second floor. And this is just random. There is one in here somewhere. I don't know exactly how it goes either, but we'll just draw it to show you how to do stairs. So we'll click on stair. And now you see how in properties, it's kind of assuming that my base level is going to be first floor, my top level is going to be second floor, and here's the height, 9 feet. And what I was saying is that if I click a point and I pull my mouse down, you see how all of these stairs, if I just want a straight stair, I click a point, I pull my mouse all the way past that stair, and I click, and I'm done, right? But I'm going to do an undo. And you can see that you can change a few things about it in the properties. Let's see, you can even come into edit type and click the width of it, which is 3 feet because that's typical for a stair. Okay, so let's say you have a landing. If you go back to this straight icon over there under components, if I click where I want it to start and I come up like halfway because I want that many treads to be towards the bottom of the landing. I'm actually continuing now by clicking the center of where I want the stairs to start. So let's say I click here, and now I'm going to pull my mouse down and click. You see, that's how you're able to create a landing. There are 4 clicks, basically the bottom of the first set of stairs at the top, which would be the landing right here, and then coming over to where you want the stairs to start again, and down to the end, and that would be then your stair. Okay, I'll do an undo to show you one more thing. When you're placing your stair, if I'm here creating a straight stair, instead of drawing it with the location line center right here, I can change that so that you're drawing it left or right. You're drawing it on the left side or the right side of the stair. So let's say I go left, just to show you. When I click, see when I click and I start to pull my mouse, pretend like you're going up those stairs. You see how it's on the left side? It's on the left side of the stair instead of it being on the center where we were clicking. This makes it a little easier to decide on where to put your landing because now I'm going to click here and I know it's left. So I'm going to just come over just a little bit here and click and continue my stair, and my landing is a little bit smoother, right? Maybe you have a little gap there, but that's good. Okay, so it does make a difference in how you click, whether you're drawing it center, left, or right. In that helps to get that stair inside along a wall, right? Along a wall and inside kind of a stairwell. Okay, now I hope that helps a little bit. I'm going to cancel out of this because I don't really need those stairs. I'm going back to the first floor because I want to show you how to put a railing. So if I have a railing that comes across and it stops and then it starts again and then it stops and it starts again, all 3 of those are 3 different railings. So I just had a student call me or ask me not too long ago about railings. I'm going to go ahead and delete this stair. I would now have 2 separate railings. I'm going to go ahead and click on railing. You have all these different ways of drawing the railing right here. And one of those ways is to just draw a line. You just draw a line, right? The other way would be here to pick lines. So if you have a deck that's circular or has some curves in it, maybe instead of trying to draw along that curve, you could use pick line and it'll just pick those lines. Now, if I use this one now and I pick this line and this line and this line, I have to break it here. In fact, I have to break it and take this out because like I said, I have to do the 2 sides separately. So that's why I think I'd rather just go ahead and undo that and just use the line right here. So I'll use the line. I'm going to go ahead and click here, and just come right to a little bit right there to the stairs. And that's it. You're just going to do one side at a time. Click the green check mark. Let's check out my stair here in the 3D view. There it is. There's my railing. Go back to the first floor and do it again. I'll click on railing and I'll click here, here, and over here. You know, the only thing I haven't figured out yet how to really connect the stairs with the railing. So it's almost there. If it looks a little odd in your drawing, you can always go back and stretch the railing a little bit further. You see that transition there? Yeah, I haven't taken a deeper dive to figure that out to see how you can transition the railing up. You'd probably have to draw it and drop it down somehow to connect it. If you figure out a way, let me know. That's it. If you have any questions, let me know. You're welcome to draw a wall that is underneath it that will cover it. If you'd like to get a little fancy, with that, you can. So that would be a matter of going probably back to the bottom of the deck stairs there. And just using the wall tool. Let's just see. I know now I'm venturing. If we just use a generic 5-inch or something like that, we can always scooch it in. Here's the deck. We might want to line it up, right? So remember that location line? The location line, finish face exterior. Here it is, finish face exterior. I'm going to start at the top just because I know that when you use finish face exterior and you click, you see how it's actually on the left side, sort of like the stairs. As I'm drawing it this way, and you're thinking of yourself kind of like walking along the wall. You're drawing based on it, the location line being on the left side. So when I click here, I come down and I click here and over here. I'm going to go check it out and see what it looks like. Oh, this one needs to go in a little. Just use my arrow keys to pop that in a little more there. And the closer I get, the more refined it is. Okay, back to the 3D view. There's my kind of enclosure. Problem with this is that it's right up on the deck. So you can click on the wall and drag it down, or you can use this top offset right here in properties to change that. You'll see the number, if I pull this down, see that it changes to the top offset of 1 foot. If you wanted to get something like that, there we go. So I'm just pulling it down, but I really could change. I probably should change over here, top offset to -1. And when I pick apply, you see it'll go right underneath there. So this is all you for your portfolio, but I think if you'd like to play around with it and really make it look good, and you know that you can go in and change the material too. So if you wanted to duplicate that wall, change it to be named like deck base or something like that, come in and change the material to wood or whatever you'd like, you'd be able to kind of close in that. Now I know she talked about this deck wrapping around to somewhere, but at least get like something. If you decide in your design that it doesn't go the full length, it doesn't have to do that. You can bring it around to this door too as a part of your design. I'll find out what she's looking for, but I think the idea is for you to create your own.